So it's another week, another comic haul. Let's go over what I picked up. Let's go over some of the artwork and my thoughts. We're going to go from least favorite to favorite. So let's go. So my least favorite this week was Amazing Spider-Man #9. I got the variant version because I just wasn't really feeling the John Romita Jr. cover. There is a replacement, like a fill-in artist for this issue, and it's Michael Dowling. I'll show you a little bit of the work. So on here, the artwork is still really good. The artwork kind of kept me reading it, to be honest. It has Shocker in, which I love Shocker. Always liked him from the cartoons. I think it's just the scene where Spider-Man's just climbing up that church, just shouting Shocker. It's just always in my head. So anything with him in it, I'm definitely going to read. But I found that the story in this one just wasn't that good anymore. They didn't really tell you how long it's been since the last issue and this issue, with Spider-Man dealing with the broken leg, trying to not be Spider-Man, let it heal, and just do normal Peter things. But he's not speaking to Aunt May, he's not speaking to anybody apart from the people he works with. But he just doesn't, they make out that every other character thinks that he's like in a deep pit, but Peter doesn't seem to be in one. As you read what he's saying, how he's acting, nothing puts that he's in a mood. He's just trying to just get on with normal life. And then like Norman mentions different things that kind of say that it's been a while. Same with Aunt May, that it's been a while, but I think just a time frame could have just been put like 2 weeks after the last event, this is what's happening. Would have made it a bit easier. And then eventually you do have him coming back to be Spider-Man, which the way that they brought him back in, like teasing him being back in the suit, was really good. The last like 2 pages, but it just it's the first few issues are really good, and then it's slowly getting more back to just a normal Spider-Man issue where nothing really happens at all. And then they're doing the whole thing where they're gonna have a cosmic Spider-Man and a down like friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in the same run. And one's going to be done by John Romita Jr., the other's going to be by Pepe Larraz. And I really like Pepe Larraz's work, but if he's not doing the down-to-earth Spider-Man, I'm probably not going to read it. So I will see maybe a couple issues more left, but I'll probably drop it. So the second one is Captain America issue 2. I did like this one. I like how they're doing the whole Cap trying to deal with how America runs in wars now, and how they have surveillance on every country after his war, and how he thinks that it's not they shouldn't be doing that, but he also goes on these missions because that's what the army do. He's a soldier, so he's trying to deal with both of those. You have the backstory of this new Captain America that has taken Steve Rogers' place while he was in the ice, and how he's different to Captain America, kind of like US agent in a way. So you have a bit more backstory. He had been in like the Iraq wars and stuff like that, more of the modern ones. And then you have the Doom come into it as well. It ends on a cliffhanger that is quite interesting as well. There was just a scene in it that I must have misread it, some of the captions, and then carried on reading. And I was like, I thought Doom had already been in this comic in a few panels, and I thought that they weren't captured. And it turns out it was just a Doom bot. It was meant to make you think that it was Doom, but I just missed the reveal as I was reading, so I had to go back and read it again, just a little bit, and then I sussed it. So it did come back. It did it brought me back into it, and I did enjoy it. But for a while, I was a bit confused, and I was just like, I don't get this anymore. But yeah, so definitely carrying on the Cap run, for sure. Then next we have Hellboy and Love issue 1. This is a 2-issue little series. I've recently just watched the first Hellboy film and really enjoyed it. So when I was at the comic shop, saw that there was a new Hellboy out. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a read. It was really good. You had you got Hellboy and Anastasia going and finding. Well, they found this volcano with a witch's like corpse in it years ago, and they've gone back to resurrect the witch and get information of what she is, how she got here. So they resurrect the witch, and then the witch starts to cause havoc, and it seems like they can't take her spirit out of that body again. So it seems like the next issue is just going to be a big like battle of everything and trying to like contain the witch again. So it was really good, and with it only having one more issue, I'm definitely going to pick that one up when that comes out as well. Then my second pick of the week, we have Sisterhood issue 2. This is a Hyde Street tie-in. It is a 5-issue run, or 5 or 7. I think it might be 5. And it goes of 2 best friends. One had died in the last issue, and the other friend managed to speak to a woman, like a witch woman thing, to get her friend to be resurrected. But obviously she doesn't come back as a person. She just comes back into our world through reflections in water and mirrors and glass and anything like that. Anything with a reflection she can come into. And she tells her friend to go and join the sorority that had killed her. So she managed to get into that building, into the little clique, and she starts to use her powers to start taking them out, without Sophie really knowing that that was her plan. So it will be a good one to see if she goes along with it or tries to stop it. And I know eventually either both of them or one of them is going to come into that main Hyde Street story. So they're just giving you the backstory of both of them in this little series. But at the start, it was a bit like a teen drama kind of read. It kind of lost me a little bit. I wasn't really interested, and then it started to get back into the supernatural stuff and the murders and all the fun stuff. So I'm definitely now excited again to read the next one and see where it goes. I think I'll just, even if it gets back to the teen drama stuff, I'm just going to keep reading it, because it will tie in as well. So I need to know all the backstory as well. Then lastly, we have Cul-de-sac issue 1. This one is by Bad Idea, and I wasn't gonna pick this up. Like, I didn't know it came out. I think there was a teaser at the end of Death Planet issue 1, but I got Death Planet issue 0. I didn't get issue 1, so I'm gonna go back and get it. But yeah, so I didn't know anything about it. I was going to the till and had one last look at the new comics for this week, just see if I missed anything, and just saw this cover and was like, that seems really cool, definitely up my alley, spooky horror stuff. And I just literally flicked through to the first page, and I was like, yeah, I think this one's going to be a bit of me. So you have these like vampire things, but all the pages are like painted, and it's all on newspaper print, which I've found that I prefer the newspaper print. The way that things like sit and like the ink sits onto it, it's just way better. I think it reminds me more of the older comics. It makes the colors a bit more muted as well. But it was really just that it was really good. But the story as well. So you have these vampires that are being hunted by these other types of vampires. They don't really say what they are. They give them a name, and they can like take life. So they find out as kids that they take a rabbit and they just hold it and just think of eating it, absorbing it, and it just takes it all up, like evaporates it, and then they take all the energy. So you had the kids trying to deal with knowing that this is who they are and not wanting to be that. And then you have these vampires or these people that have killed their parents while they were kids, and now they're hunting them. So every couple of pages it'll be a flashback and then back to modern day. But it didn't get confusing, like you knew which one was which was good, done really well. And then you had an introduction to a new character that's going to be coming in the next issue that is going to be hunting these. So it's just going to be a big kind of who's hunting who, and doing all that. But the artwork's amazing in here. There's just one page, like I couldn't really pick a panel of the week, but I found this page here where it's the evolution of mammals and what they eat, and then it goes all the way down to the vampires and then these new creatures as well, which I thought was really good. The way to show it in like just one page was really good. And then they had at the end there is a teaser for the next Bad Ideas one called Survive here, which also looks really good. So this one seems to be a deep sea diver mission going down into like a submarine, and they're trapped, and then they didn't get too much, but they get little snapshots of things to come in the issues. You've got some like sea creatures and other people are down there as well, because you saw one guy at the minute. So this one looks really good as well. I think Bad Idea might be the next Ghost Machine for me, where pretty much everything they bring out is one of my top reads I'm really interested in. There's obviously some that I don't read, like there's this one here called Good Boy that's coming out. It seems interesting. It's just the art style for me, about like a werewolfy thing, because it's similar to what Stray Dogs was and Feral, but I couldn't get into the artwork. So the story seemed all right, but it just wasn't for me. But yeah, that was my pick of the week for sure. The panel of the week from it as well. I'm definitely gonna be reading this as soon as this comes out. It's gonna be top of my reading pile, and I'm gonna check out a lot more by Bad Idea as well. So that was everything that I picked up this week, my thoughts on it, and my panel of the week. So I do have a giveaway going on my TikTok. So I'm close to 1,000 followers now, which I've hit in it'll be just over 4 months, which is crazy. So if you want to go on there, it is lostboy_comics, and there'll be a pinned video showing you what you have to do, and to what you win. There'll be 2 winners, and it will be a commission slot from me, and I will just do you a sketch cover of whichever character you want. All the info and everything will be on that video, so if you want to go over there, I'll have the profile and stuff linked in the description of this video, so you can go down there. It'll be nice and quick, you can get to it. And then a little teaser for what's going to be posted on the TikTok as well this week. I'm going to finish it today. So we have the villain side. I just need to shade it all in, just like I did with the heroes. So that will be on there. This is a commission, so you can't buy it, unfortunately. It's already been sold. I do have one very, very similar to this on my site, which is available a little bit more than my normal one, because it is double-sided, so it's double the price. But yeah, so there's stuff on my website, and if you just wanted a commission anyway, just let me know and I can get one sorted for you.